Imagine transforming your English skills in just 5 months. No magic, just smart strategies and consistent practice. Ready to see how? Welcome to my channel, where we make learning English easy, fun, and accessible for everyone, and I'll be your guide as we embark on this exciting journey together. Whether you're a complete beginner or someone looking to sharpen your conversational skills, you're in the right place. Today's lesson is all about an important and inspiring topic. Can you become fluent in English in just 5 months? Spoiler alert. Yes, you absolutely can, and I'm going to show you exactly how to achieve it step by step. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand what fluency really means, how to achieve it, and how to make the most of your learning time. We'll even bust a few common myths about language learning and break down the most effective methods to help you succeed. What does it mean to be fluent? Before diving into how to get fluent in English, let's first define what fluency actually means. Many people mistakenly believe that being fluent in a language means speaking perfectly, like a native speaker. But this is not necessarily true. In reality, fluency is not about perfection. It's about effective communication. Fluency means you can express your thoughts clearly and naturally without significant hesitation. Think of a river flowing smoothly. That's what speaking fluently should feel like. Your words come out easily, without the need to stop and think too much. Fluency doesn't mean knowing every word in the dictionary or having perfect grammar. Many language learners mistakenly believe that fluency means being able to recall every word, having flawless grammar, and sounding like a native speaker. However, even native speakers frequently make small errors, use fillers, or forget words during conversations. True fluency isn't about perfection. It's about effective communication. When you are fluent, you can express your ideas with confidence and understand most conversations without significant hesitation. Smooth communication. One of the key components of fluency is speaking naturally without long pauses or stumbling for words. This doesn't mean speaking at lightning speed, but rather maintaining a flow that feels smooth and connected. To achieve this, practice speaking aloud regularly, either with a language partner, on a language exchange app, or by talking to yourself. Gradually, your brain will become quicker at recalling phrases and constructing sentences, making communication smoother. Confidence. A major part of fluency is feeling comfortable expressing yourself, even if you make mistakes. It's okay to say a word incorrectly or to rephrase a sentence mid-conversation. What matters is that you can convey your message and move on without fear of being judged. Over time, confidence grows with repeated practice and positive reinforcement. Conversation ready. Fluency involves being capable of having everyday conversations on various topics such as your day, your interests, or what's happening in the world. This practical skill allows you to connect with others, share stories, and participate in discussions. It shows that you can handle real-life situations without needing to stop and think excessively about every word or phrase. Fluency is about communication, not perfection. Ultimately, fluency is not defined by how many words you know or whether your grammar is perfect, but by how effectively you communicate. If you can convey your thoughts clearly and understand what others are saying, you're well on your way to becoming fluent. Focus on communication and enjoy the process. The more you use English in your daily life, the more natural it will feel. The concept of fluency in 5 months. Now that we know what fluency is, let's discuss how you can achieve it in just 5 months. You might be wondering if that's even possible. The answer is yes, but it requires commitment, focus, and the right strategies. It's not just about how much time you spend learning. It's also about how you use that time. One of the most common misconceptions about language learning is that you need years to become fluent. While it's true that learning a language takes time, the quality of your practice matters more than the quantity. Someone who spends hours each day with focused, intentional practice can make more progress in 5 months than someone who spends years passively studying. Quantity of practice. Mastering a language is more about consistent, intentional practice than occasional, high-intensity studying. To put this into perspective, imagine dedicating 20 hours a week to practicing English over 5 months. That translates to approximately 4 hours each day, which might seem overwhelming at first. However, this time doesn't need to be spent in one long session or just memorizing grammar rules. Instead, breaking your practice into smaller, focused segments can be more effective and less tiring. Morning session. Start your day by immersing yourself in the language. Spend an hour listening to an English podcast, a TED Talk, or watching a short video. This helps you get used to different accents, intonation, and natural sentence structures while training your listening comprehension. Choose content that interests you to make it engaging. Midday practice. Take a 30-minute break to review vocabulary and common phrases using flashcards or a language app. Repetition is key for retaining new words, and interactive tools can make this practice fun and dynamic. Afternoon break. Dedicate 45 minutes to practicing speaking. This could be with a language partner through an online exchange, a conversation class, or even by recording yourself speaking about your day, a topic of interest, or summarizing something you recently read or heard. Evening routine. Wind down with 45 minutes to an hour of reading. This could be an article, news piece, or a chapter from a book. As you read, jot down new vocabulary and look for examples of sentence structures you've been studying. This quiet time reinforces what you've practiced throughout the day and improves comprehension and writing skills. By incorporating these manageable sessions, you create an effective learning routine that balances all 4 key skills and helps solidify your progress. Quality of practice. When it comes to language learning, the quality of your practice is just as important, if not more so, than the quantity. While spending hours practicing English is beneficial, focusing on high quality, effective practice ensures that the time spent is truly productive. Here's how you can make each hour count. Active listening. Simply listening to English in the background isn't enough. To improve your listening skills, you need to actively engage with the content. Focus on the structure of sentences, how words are connected, and the nuances of pronunciation and intonation. For example, listen to a podcast or watch a TV show, and repeat phrases out loud to mimic native speakers. Try to imitate the rhythm, tone, and accent. This not only helps you internalize the language but also improves your pronunciation and understanding of natural speech patterns. Active listening involves more than hearing words. It's about deeply understanding and mimicking them. Comprehensible input. One of the keys to successful language learning is choosing material that is slightly above your current level but still understandable. Ideally, you should be able to comprehend around 80% of what you're listening to or reading. If you can only catch 10% of the words, it might be too difficult and could demotivate you. However, if the material is too easy, you won't grow. Find a balance where you encounter new vocabulary and structures, but still understand the core meaning of what you're engaging with. This method ensures gradual learning without overwhelming yourself. Speaking practice. Speaking is a crucial part of fluency, and regular practice is essential. Speak as much as you can, even if it means practicing by yourself. Try narrating your day in English, explaining your plans, or discussing your thoughts on current events. Speaking helps solidify the language in your mind and builds muscle memory. You can practice with a language partner or tutor, but speaking on your own is also effective, especially when you don't have immediate access to someone else. The more you speak, the more comfortable you'll become, helping you progress toward fluency. Emotional engagement. Learning a language should be enjoyable. The more emotionally engaged you are with the material, the faster you'll learn. Pick subjects that you are passionate about or that spark your interest. Watching your favorite shows in English, listening to music that you enjoy, or reading books on topics you love makes the learning process feel less like a chore and more like a fun activity. Emotional engagement helps with retention and motivates you to continue practicing. When you're genuinely interested in what you're learning, the process becomes more natural and enjoyable, leading to faster progress. The power of listening. Listening is a cornerstone of language learning, offering a wealth of benefits that enhance fluency. By regularly exposing yourself to spoken English, you begin to train your ear to recognize natural speech patterns, how words are connected, and how intonation changes the meaning of sentences. This ongoing exposure helps you become more comfortable with the flow and rhythm of the language, which is essential for speaking confidently. The more you listen, the easier it becomes to replicate those same patterns when you're speaking, making you sound more natural and fluent. Podcasts and audiobooks. One of the best ways to develop listening skills is by listening to podcasts and audiobooks. Choose topics that genuinely interest you, as this will make the experience enjoyable and keep you motivated to continue learning. Podcasts often feature a variety of accents and speaking styles, which exposes you to different ways people speak English. Audiobooks, on the other hand, are a great way to hear clear, deliberate speech, which can help you understand sentence structure, vocabulary, and the overall flow of conversation. TV shows and movies. Watching English-language TV shows and movies with subtitles is another excellent method. The visual context helps you understand the dialogue better, and the subtitles allow you to connect the spoken word with its written form. This reinforces new vocabulary and expressions in a real-world context, improving both comprehension and retention. Music. Listening to music is a fun and engaging way to practice your listening skills. Songs are filled with everyday language, slang, and idiomatic expressions, offering a unique opportunity to learn how native speakers use informal language. Singing along also helps with pronunciation, rhythm, and fluency, turning language practice into an enjoyable activity. Make mistakes. They're your best teachers. One of the biggest fears language learners have is making mistakes. But the truth is, mistakes are a necessary part of the learning process. Think about how children learn to speak. They mispronounce words, use incorrect grammar, and experiment with different ways of saying things. Over time, they learn and become fluent. Adopting this mindset will help you progress faster. The more you try and make mistakes, the more opportunities you have to learn and improve. Train like an athlete. Learning English is similar to training for a sport. Athletes practice daily with intensity and purpose. They don't just try a new move once and move on. They repeat it until it becomes second nature. Apply this approach to your English practice. Repetition is key. Use techniques like spaced repetition, which involves reviewing new material at gradually increasing intervals to help solidify your knowledge. Spaced repetition practice tips. Spaced repetition is a proven technique for effectively committing new vocabulary to long-term memory. This method involves reviewing words at increasing intervals, allowing your brain to strengthen the neural connections needed to retain them. One of the most important aspects of this process is consistency, so make reviewing vocabulary a daily habit to maximize retention and understanding. Review vocabulary. To ensure you retain new words, use flashcard apps like Anki or Quizlet, which are designed to help you review vocabulary at spaced intervals. These apps are highly effective because they show you words that are more challenging more frequently, while less difficult words appear less often. If you prefer a more traditional method, writing words and their meanings in a notebook can be equally beneficial. Carry this notebook with you and review it during short breaks throughout the day. By regularly revisiting new words, you give your brain the opportunity to transfer them from short-term to long-term memory. Use words in sentences. Don't just memorize individual words. Incorporate them into sentences to reinforce their meaning. This helps you understand how the word fits into real-world conversations and improves your ability to recall it when speaking. For example, if you learn the word opportunity, create sentences like, "This is a great opportunity to practice English," or "I had the opportunity to meet new people today." Using words in context ensures you remember them more effectively. Practice speaking out loud. Speaking aloud is crucial for developing fluency and building confidence. Even if you don't have a language partner, practice speaking English by yourself. Narrate your actions throughout the day or repeat sentences with new vocabulary to internalize them. Speaking aloud helps you become more comfortable hearing your own voice in English, which boosts both your speaking and listening skills. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel in real-life conversations. Change your environment. One of the most effective strategies for learning a new language is creating an immersive environment that mimics the experience of living in a place where that language is spoken. While moving to an English-speaking country might not be an option for everyone, you can still foster an immersive experience right where you are. Immersion helps solidify your language skills by surrounding you with consistent input and usage, making English a natural part of your daily life. Set your devices to English. A simple but powerful way to change your environment is to switch the language settings on your electronic devices. Change the language on your phone, computer, tablet, and any other smart device you use regularly to English. This small change forces you to read instructions, notifications, and app interfaces in English, helping you familiarize yourself with common terms and phrases. You'll begin to naturally associate English with daily tasks, reinforcing your vocabulary and understanding. Additionally, this habit helps you think in English more often, which is crucial for fluency. It can be slightly challenging at first, but as you get used to navigating in English, you'll gain confidence and improve your comprehension. Create English-only zones. Establishing specific times or areas where only English is used can be a game changer for consistent practice. Create English-only zones in your home or daily routine. For example, during breakfast, commit to speaking or thinking in English about what you're eating, your plans for the day, or anything that comes to mind. Extend this practice to other activities, such as reading aloud recipes while cooking or narrating your thoughts as you get ready in the morning. These designated English-only moments help simulate an immersive environment where the language becomes second nature. The more often you use English in your everyday context, the more fluent and confident you will become. Developing the 4 key skills. Mastering a language goes beyond memorizing vocabulary and grammar rules. It requires a balanced approach to developing 4 core skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Each of these skills complements the others, contributing to comprehensive language acquisition and fluency. Listening. Listening is the foundation of language learning. It helps you become familiar with pronunciation, intonation, and the natural rhythm of speech. To improve your listening skills, immerse yourself in English as much as possible. This can be through podcasts, movies, TV shows, or news broadcasts. Make an effort to listen to a variety of accents, such as British, American, or Australian, to build your adaptability to different pronunciations. Start with simple content and gradually challenge yourself with more complex dialogues. Pay attention to how native speakers link words, emphasize certain syllables, and use idiomatic expressions. Over time, you'll begin to pick up nuances, understand the context better, and react more naturally in conversations. Speaking. Speaking is essential for communication and developing confidence in using the language. Even if you don't have access to native speakers, practice speaking regularly. Try talking to yourself in English throughout the day, describing your surroundings, or narrating your activities. Record yourself speaking and play it back to evaluate your pronunciation and fluency. Additionally, use language exchange apps or join conversation clubs to practice with other learners or native speakers. Consistent speaking practice helps build muscle memory, so your mouth and tongue get used to forming English sounds. The more you practice, the more comfortable you will feel expressing your thoughts without hesitation. Reading. Reading provides a wealth of exposure to new vocabulary, phrases, and sentence structures. Choose reading materials that match your skill level and gradually progress to more challenging content. Books, articles, short stories, and news reports are excellent sources for practice. Annotate unfamiliar words, look them up, and create flashcards for repeated review. Reading helps reinforce grammatical rules and gives you examples of how they're applied in context. Pay attention to different writing styles, whether formal or informal, to expand your understanding of how language can be used flexibly. This skill not only enhances your vocabulary but also improves comprehension, making it easier to follow conversations and write effectively. Writing. Writing in English is a powerful way to solidify what you have learned and practice new vocabulary and grammar. Start by keeping a journal and writing short entries about your daily experiences, your thoughts, or any interesting topics. As you become more confident, write longer pieces such as essays or opinion articles. Writing helps you think critically about sentence structure, word choice, and how to convey ideas clearly. Review your work for errors and revise it to strengthen your understanding of language mechanics. Feedback from peers, tutors, or language apps can provide valuable insights and help you make continuous improvements. Over time, writing will enhance your ability to express yourself accurately and creatively. How to stay motivated. Staying motivated throughout your language learning journey is essential, especially when progress feels slow or when challenges arise. Maintaining motivation is possible by adopting strategies that keep you focused, engaged, and positive. Here are some effective ways to ensure you stay on track. Set small goals. One of the most effective ways to stay motivated is to break down your large goal of fluency into smaller, manageable milestones. Instead of focusing on the overwhelming task of mastering the entire language, set daily or weekly objectives. For example, aim to learn 10 new words a day or commit to speaking for 30 minutes with a language partner each week. These small goals are more achievable and will give you a sense of accomplishment, helping you stay motivated. Track your progress. Keep a journal or log of what you practice each day. Write down new vocabulary, grammar points, or skills you've worked on. Reflect on how you feel about your progress, and celebrate the improvements you notice, no matter how small. Tracking your progress provides a clear visual of how far you've come and keeps you focused on moving forward, especially during moments when progress feels slow. Reward yourself. Celebrating milestones is key to sustaining motivation. After reaching a small goal, treat yourself to something enjoyable, like a favorite snack, a new book, or a movie. Positive reinforcement helps keep you motivated and reminds you that your hard work is worth it. Stay positive. Language learning is a journey full of challenges and successes. It's important to stay positive and patient with yourself. Mistakes are a natural part of the process and should be seen as learning opportunities, not setbacks. Remember to appreciate your progress and give yourself credit for the effort you put in, no matter the outcome. Conclusion. Becoming fluent in English within 5 months is possible with the right approach. By focusing on consistent effort, quality practice, and maintaining the right mindset, you can achieve fluency. Remember, fluency is not just about speaking without mistakes. It's about communicating confidently and naturally. Implement these strategies, stay motivated, and enjoy the journey. Soon, you'll find yourself speaking English fluently, ready to engage with the world in a new way.